to my introductory quick talk on eXp Realty and the Wolfpack. So I'm super excited to share this with you. Before I move on to anything, let me just say this. I have been with eXp Realty for 3 years, 30 years in the business, and love what I do, love helping agents, love helping people with buying and selling real estate. And I can assure you, when we made the change from Keller Williams to eXp Realty 3 years ago, we did not do so lightly. We were very intentional, prayerful, took our time making a decision, wanted to gather all the facts. And so we did our due diligence, me and my business partner did. And since we've loved it. It's been great. And again, 3 years, a little over 3 years now that we've been with eXp Realty. So, and you can see on the introductory slide, it says also with the Wolfpack. So when we went searching for where we feel like we were supposed to go next, we did a lot of research, and I found Mike Sherrard with the Wolfpack, and didn't know a lot about Mike, didn't know a lot about the Wolfpack. Went online, started watching his videos. And so, I saw this guy right here knows what he's talking about. He, when he was in production, which he's not anymore, he simply helps us at eXp Realty with the Wolfpack build our team, our organization. But he was a top producing agent for many years. He's got a YouTube channel, actually over 100,000 subscribers. He's trained over 5,000 agents to scale their business using social media. He's like the best. And record-breaking leader at eXp Realty, and we're going to talk more about that, what that means soon. But contacted Mike, very approachable, great guy, super nice, knew his stuff about eXp, and I thought, here's a guy I want to follow, I want to learn from, and I want to be able to ask him questions and also use him as a resource for people that maybe want to partner with us at eXp Realty. And I thought, this guy knows his stuff. So after a couple of conversations, several months, by the way, if you're thinking about switching brokerages, I encourage you, don't do make a decision flippantly. If you feel like your brokerage is failing you, first of all, you want to do a introspection to make sure it's not you, right? See, people do that all the time, okay? So I'm going to offer you value with eXp Realty. And if you like what you see at the end of this presentation, let's please connect for a phone call. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Talk to me. My cell phone is below. Call or text me, whatever works best. And let's connect and talk about, more importantly, what your situation is in your career. So that's a little bit about Mike, but who's eXp Realty? Because honestly, 5-6 years ago, didn't know a whole lot about them. Well, 2009, they were founded in the cloud. 2013, they went public. 2015, just 10 years ago, they started the Icon Agent Program, which I love. We'll talk more about that soon. Also, 2018, we are a publicly traded company. As I mentioned earlier, we joined the NASDAQ. So guess what? 7 years now, our stock has been on the NASDAQ, and I love being a shareholder in the brokerage that I feed business to. I think it's pretty cool. Does your brokerage do that? Just throwing that out there for future questioning. And we also acquired Verbella, which is, it takes our cloud to the metaverse, which is pretty cool. You'll see a little bit of that later. And by the way, would love to join you and take you on a tour of our metaverse. It's pretty crazy. You can have conversation, trainings. I'm doing a training tomorrow as of the recording of this video. I'm going to talk about daily disciplines of a top producing agent. So would love to tell you more about that. 2019, we expanded into Canada, and you can see more and more things here. So 2022, more than 86,000 agents, 24 global markets. What does that mean? Hey, that means, guess what? You can expand and partner your business to over 24 global markets. That's like worldwide. We're adding 3 more by the end of this year, 2025. You talk about a chance to build residual income and wealth over the long term. This is the company poised to do that. All right, so let's look here. close to 90,000 agents. We may have hit that by now by the recording of this video. So we are growing, growing, growing. Dispelling myths. What this means is this: people they like to hem-haw about facts. Facts are your friends. So we always like to say that. Here's the fact. We're the number one growth leader year over year sales, volume, transaction side, and agent count. In real trends, we're the number one in sides, meaning transactions. Number one top mover, sides, and sales volume. We're the number one independent brokerage, which we still stand at the recording of this video. Power broker, also number one in transactions, number four in sales volume. Let the facts feed themselves. We have top producing agents at this company. This is not something people do one or two deals a year at. We are partnering with big teams, branded teams that want to come over here and just have the broker do all the back end work of all the stuff that they don't want, all the liabilities. That's the great thing about eXp Realty. I think I'll mention that later, but I'll mention it now, is you can brand yourself. Because here's the thing. I was just reached out to by one of the big brokerages here in our local marketplace that wants to talk to me, have a conversation, and they're talking about branding, all this, and it's corporate owned, which I told the broker, I said, that's actually not very attractive to me, being corporate owned, by the way, because of your limited control. And then he said, well, our branding's great. I said, well, the truth is, I am the personal brand. You guys have a good brand, you have a good name, don't get me wrong, but people are buying me after an experienced agent. And the more experienced you are, you know that you're the brand, not your company. Okay. So he said, oh, yeah, I believe in that, but we also have a good company brand. I'm like, okay, sounds good, buddy. All right, let's go. eXp versus traditional brokerages, wealth and lifestyle is big. Here's one of the, I'm going to call it 5 things that really attracted me to this company. Okay. And when I say 5 things, there was more than that, but this was the first one. Agents can become shareholders at eXp Realty. Again, are you a stock shareholder at your brokerage? Here's the thing. You're going to sell real estate somewhere, right? Whether it's Remax, Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams, Sotheby's, whatever your brokerage, you're going to sell, you're going to be in production, hopefully. So why are you not getting a piece of that? Why aren't you getting a piece of the pie? You get that at eXp Realty. Look at this. $200 worth of stock on your first closing. Boom, deposited into your E-Trade account, powered by Morgan Stanley. $400 of stock when you cap. We'll talk more about that later. $400 worth of stock when you directly attract another agent after they close their first deal. Pretty cool too. The Icon Award. Top agents receive up to $16,000 in stock upon the achievement of certain production and cultural goals within their anniversary year. I have achieved the Icon Award the last 3 years. So is my business partner. It's a privilege and an honor, and we are very thankful for that. We're building up some stock. Do the numbers in 3 years, right? That's something that, let's do this another 10 or 15 years. That's going to be a nice stock account down the road. Agent Equity Commission Program. Real estate agents, us, me, are probably not the best sometimes on budgeting or saving their money, saving for taxes, what have you. This is really nice. It's almost a forced savings investment. If you want to, you can voluntarily enroll to receive 5% of your commissions from closed transactions at, by the way, a 5% discount. And 65% over half the agents and brokers participate in the voluntary stock. So if you want to have 5% of your commission deducted and used for stock to buy at a 5% discount, we do that. Pretty cool. Revenue share plan. One of the other things that really got me excited about eXp Realty. eXp agents can receive revenue share income from the sales activity of the productive agents that you sponsor into the company. Agents earn based on gross commission income, adjusted AGCI, So you can earn from the AGCI from the sales transaction closed by a personally sponsored capping agent and productive agents in your overall group. I'm going to show you some numbers shortly. It's amazing. The AGCI is a dynamically calculated each month. So eXp Realty, now look at this. This is amazing. Pays out and retains 50% of the company dollar. Did you see that? I'm going to show you more of that in a minute. eXp pays out over 50% of the company dollar. That's just unheard of almost, but we do. Here you go. Here's your split. Agent and company split, right? Look at this split, by the way. Very generous. It's an 80-20 split. You get 80% as an agent, company gets 20%, right? Look at the pie. Looks like a Pac-Man, actually. If you turn that up, I think that is a perfect Pac-Man. Okay, I digress. All right, so it's an 80-20 split. Out of that 20%, bring that over here. 50% of that 20, so what, 10% goes to revenue share to pay us as the agents with productive agents underneath us. 50% goes to the company because they gotta make money. They have over 1,000 team members in the cloud. So we got to pay their salaries. So 20% of that, it gets split in half. Pretty impressive. I don't need to read this because I think I explained it pretty well. All right, let's get into the revenue share plan chart. By the way, I'm going to keep this simple and quick. All right, so 7 tiers, right, for your revenue share. This is the old frontline qualified agent requirement. Okay, I'm just going to go right into the new. Now, with the new requirement, you get to get paid in revenue share on the first 3 tiers. First 3 tiers, you get to get paid with 0 frontline qualifying agents in your downline. So pretty cool. Tier 4, got to have 5. At least 5 agents that are producing, right? That are on that 80-20 split, because you're going to get what? 10% of that 20% that the company splits is going to be right here. So you got to have at least 5 agents kind of generating some income. Tier 5, tier 6 is 15 agents, tier 7, 30 plus agents. By the way, side note, when you're an icon agent, this is amazing. I can go into my app and look at this. It unlocks all 7 tiers when you're an icon agent. Is that not crazy? And let me say this, I'm digressing here a little bit. To be an icon agent, first of all, cap in about 7 or 8 deals. Takes you 7 or 8 deals to cap, okay? Do 20 more additional deals within your year. So 27 to 30 deals, depending on your marketplace and your commissions and what have you. You get to get all your company stock back, or your company split back at $16,000. And look at this. It unlocks 7 tiers. So pretty amazing. Revenue share has a pay now on the app. Click it. You can get paid now. You don't have to wait till the 20th of the month. You get paid regardless of production. Bonus opportunity for tier 1, year 1, full transparency. Another thing I love with the cloud-based brokerage in eXp Realty, I can go on my app on my phone and see everybody, what they're doing, their production numbers, my revenue share, everything. I don't have to wait on the broker to email me a report. I don't have to wait for the broker and the staff to get back with me and let me know what's going on, right? It's right there. It's your business. Why wouldn't I have access to that? It's your business. The largest revenue share growth opportunity, 7 levels. And this just gave thousands of agents a big raise overnight, because when they unlocked this, we were like, holy cow, this is amazing. This was great. Okay. All right. More about the revenue share. We mentioned here, say it's a $10,000 commission. You're going to get $8,000, $2,000 to eXp Realty. They're splitting that again, 50-50. $1,000 to eXp Realty. That is their part of the profit. The other $1,000 goes into the revenue share, which again, then goes into your 7 tiers. Okay. Does that make sense? Now, if you look at the percentage, this is the revenue share pool. I'm not going to go over all these numbers, but you can see them. 17.5% for your tier one. So if you have an agent underneath you that you've partnered with that is in your downline, out of a $10,000 agent commission, your tier one, you're going to get $175 put in your revenue share. Amazing. Predictable. It's very transparent. The minimum capping agent payout per year, $1,400. And then I love this, the leftover dollars in the revenue share pool, which there always is a little bit. It's like a bonus you're going to see they're going to tack on to your revenue share each month. Pretty amazing. Look at tier two, goes up to 20%. So the average revenue share on a $10,000 commission, $200, goes on and on. So you can see here all the numbers. It just adds up. It just absolutely adds up. Now, this was something they just implemented, which is really cool too. The frontline agent, first year only for tier one, the revenue share, they're giving you 50%, 50%. I had an agent, this happened about 2 or 3 months ago. It's like $400, boom, in my revenue share account. Sold a nice size home. That was incredible. So you can see here, it multiplies. Here's more of an explanation. Also, and again, I'd love to take a deep dive with you on this because I don't want to lose you. Some of you right now are going, Brian, can you move on? I've got to take my time and look at this. Yeah, you can pause this video and read this, but you can see right here of the extreme wonderful payouts as you continue to bring more and more agents to our company, how they're very generous to share the money with you. So the revenue share, the great thing about this also is it's a willable asset. So whenever I get out of the business, you've got, I believe it's 6 to 12 months to make sure somebody in your family that they do have to have a license. A real estate license, which my wife has hers, and it'll be willable. So my revenue share will all be willable to her, which is great. Love having that. And then it's a retirement plan. Absolutely mind-blowing, game-changing retirement plan. Let's go to the luxury program, by the way, which I enrolled in 2 years ago, and I love it. It is like no other. I will tell you that. World-class brand advertising and marketing, luxury listing distribution. I use this all the time. Powerful partnerships, great presentations. They have presentations you can drop your listing photos in and it's super classy. Love the colors, love everything on the presentation. And then again, we've got a community with a global exposure. We are everywhere. So this right here is really nice for your luxury program, for your luxury properties. And you can set what you feel like is luxury in your market. For example, our average price range here in the Central Florida, Lakeland, Polk County area is about $350, $360. So as of the recording of this video, if the property is over $500,000, I am giving it luxury marketing because it's a little bit of a higher end property. I may bump that as pricing goes up to, $750 one day. But right now I'm doing it over 500 because what they do is they give you X amount of listings you can use for this listing distribution, all the marketing, which by the way, you can have emailed directly to your sellers every week. And it shows how many hits they've had on all these websites, the Wall Street Journal. It goes to that. It goes to their Rob report. It goes to some really high-end, gorgeous luxury sites. So love the luxury program. I'll stop there. Healthcare, eXp Healthcare. Our family, as of the recording of this video, currently has it. Very nice, very affordable. We're a family of 4, and we have enjoyed how it's a health share program. Very reasonable on the monthly, major medical, supplemental insurance, and they will really walk you through and show you the best program for your family. And I can tell you, it is through Clearwater Health Solution. Look them up. We've had really good fortune with these guys. It's been great. And they are one of the largest PPO networks in the country. and they reduce your out-of-pocket risk by 80%. The prescription costs are almost nothing. What we found on the little that we use it, but it's great. It's very affordable. It's a nice thing to have. Now, when you partner with us, with myself, I am part of the Wolfpack, as we've talked about. You get all the social media training for free. You get all of this. It's called the Social Agent Academy. YouTube ads, Facebook and Instagram, Google ads, TikTok ads. If you're thinking, well, I don't really want to run ads, totally fine. How about learning more about TikTok to do it on your dime? YouTube, which big fan of, Facebook, the mastery, Instagram, time management, tools and resources, mindset of a top producer. Mike Sherrard and his team have put together an incredible, amazing Social Agent Academy, and they update it every year. And it's crazy. There's a lot of Wolfpack success stories. Suman Kim, look him up on YouTube. He kills it and absolutely started from nothing. He had no channel, no videos. He was a new agent, new city, no experience. First year, closed over 87 deals in his first 12 months with the Wolfpack. Done really well. Same with John. New agent, no deals for 6 months at Keller Williams. He didn't have a channel or videos. He started getting daily calls after a month. And look at this, closed 75 deals in his first 12 months with the Wolfpack. Retired his wife from corporate America after a year. So many more success stories. We've got many more, as you can see here, and I want to encourage you to check that out. Now, more training and support. Let me just throw this out there. I know real estate can be overwhelming, and when you're in high production like myself, you've only got so much time, but know that you have this at your disposal if it's important to you, okay? If you want investment training, virtual in-person events for growth, 5 live mastermind calls per week. It's incredible. Direct support from our leadership group. Myself, Mike, Connor, everybody is hands-on with you. That'll help you to grow your rev share and to answer any questions about that. And they will also help you with closing calls to help your revenue share group grow even more. So here is the private Wolfpack hub. Again, you're going to get access to all of this, which is really nice. It's very valuable. What does it look like for your commission and cap? We've talked about this. First of all, hey, there's no desk fees because we're cloud-based. I love this. There's no royalty fees. You're not going to pay your Keller Williams or Coldwell Banker, your big box Century 21 royalty fees of 5, 6, 7% that don't cap. They don't stop. You always have those, right? You don't have them. Or there's no franchise fees also. I love that. I'm telling you, that will add up. Look at your numbers. Look at your check next time. Commission and cap, 80-20 split, $16,000. After that, you get 100% for the rest of the year. Now, so once you cap, $250 transaction fee. That's all you're going to see come out of your commission check. Your cap now, you're getting 100%, $250 for a transaction fee. But once your transaction fee totals $5,000, okay, then your cap transaction fees goes down to $75 for the rest of your anniversary year, right? It resets if you're a February 15th, if you're an August 24th, whatever it is, it will stay at $75 until that, which is, so it's amazing. Look at that. I mean, that's a very generous cap. What does it cost to start up? $149 for the startup fee, $85 a month for your cloud brokerage fee. By the way, you get your choice of CRMs. Right now we have 4 of them, and with larger teams, they're even offering Follow-Up Boss at this point, but that does include your CRM. There's a $25 transaction review fee, $60 risk management fee for E&O insurance, and then some of these do have caps as you slide up in production level also. All right, so this is Canada, and look at this. Numbers are slightly skewed a little bit more in certain things, but very reasonable also for eXp Realty. So Here's what I want to show you is I would love to partner with you. Let's book a private Zoom call or just give me a call direct on my cell phone. Shoot me a text to let me know you want more information, and we can have a conversation about where you are in your brokerage. I'm here to help you. That is why I do this, and love our company and love what we have to offer and want to see if it fits you. So my name is Brian Stevens, eXp Realty. I hope this has helped you, and God bless, and talk to you later.